I am back from my favorite local coin shop that has a 4 for $1 bin. The last time I was there, I had a series of videos called The Best Trip That I'd Ever Made at the local coin shop. They had a lot of good coins in there again, and eventually we're going to take a look at the coins that are in front of us right now. But these coins are going to appear in future videos. Instead, we're going to look at the coins in this bag right here in this video. So let me clean these up and we'll get started. This entire purchase ended up being 76 coins, which from a 4 for $1 bin, that turns into $19. And as always, I'm going to have a running tally on here just to come up with what the book value says for all these coins is going to be. And so I'm going to update you at the end of every video just to say what the book value says it's worth. I know I probably can't get that by me trying to sell these coins individually, but it's fun to track. Our first coin today is going to come from Morocco, as it's abbreviated on here as just Morocco. This is when it was a French protectorate. This aluminum coin is going to be a 2 francs, has both an Arabic date and our calendar on here. Our calendar says 1951. The Arabic date is 1370. Catalog number on this one is KM47. And there's a little bit of goo on this side, but a lot of the coins from this time will be labeled as the Empire. A couple letters are hidden on here. The Cherifien Empire. That's going to be Morocco. Next, we've got a coin from World War II that was used with a different metal. This one's going to come from Norway. My mistake, Sweden. From 1942, this is going to be a 2, or in their language, tua, or a lot of coins from Sweden will feature the 3 crown design on here. This is a coin that was usually made out of copper, but in both World War I and World War II, they changed to an iron design. So these tend to be quite rusty, and I'm glad that there's almost no rust visible on this coin, so it's probably going to be an upgrade to my collection. The monogram on the back here is going to be Gustav V. The catalog number is KM811. And the ones from World War I, of course, they're going to be a few decades older, so they're also worth a lot more. Next, we have a coin from East Africa. Going to say spell out Queen Elizabeth II around the edge of this coin, and then in the middle it says 1 cent. We've got a KN mint mark right there at the bottom for the King's Norton Mint. This coin is also available from the Heaton Mint, although on this particular year of 1959, there is no difference in the value of the coin. Catalog number is KM35. This specific coin was made from 1954, when Queen Elizabeth became the queen, until 1962, when this was no longer a part of the world ruled by the British. And this coin books for $2. Next up, we have a coin from Iran. And I will say that there were a lot of Arabic coins that I don't know what happened to them. It's going to be more obvious on some copper nickel coins that come up later. This may have been taped to something, and so that unfortunately messes it up a little bit. They all have some brownish goo on one side. Now, it's harder to see the goo on a coin that's made out of aluminum bronze like this one, but the other side always comes out in good condition. So it is a coin from Iran, and it has a map of the shape of Iran on here. This is a 50 rials coin, has a date at the bottom of 1361 on their Persian calendar, which is different than the normal Arabic calendar. They also draw their 6 different than we do. It almost looks like a 9, but it's not. It sort of looks like a sideways 4 a little bit. Catalog number on this one is, that's 1982 on our calendar. This is catalog number 1237.1. And so I did not have this coin, but there are several versions of it, so it's something that I'll keep on looking for. So the coin does showcase different forms of industry. Here we have a 50, and again, the Persians would oftentimes, instead of drawing their 5 like we would draw a circle or a raindrop, they draw it like an upside-down heart, and that's their 0. So this is a 50 rials, and so we've got petroleum and industry on here. We've got half of a cog going around the bottom. We've got some wheat on the right. We've got an oil refinery in the background. On here, we flip it back over to the map side. So this is a map, a terrain map of Iran. But what I think is interesting is it also labels some water here. So at the bottom, it shows the Persian Gulf, and so the line that is on here is the other side of the Gulf, and the countries that are down here, like Qatar and UAE, are not part of the map, but the actual Persian Gulf is labeled on this coin as the Gulf has this narrow little opening on that side. Then at the top, it also labels the Caspian Sea on here. So I thought that was kind of a neat thing to be on here. So it also has, from Iran's motto, this word right here is essentially independence, and the word at the top is their word for freedom. This one also has some writing around the edges. So it starts right here, and then Arabic, but a very blocky look of Arabic. It ends right there and then starts over a second time, repeats the same words on here twice. And so that essentially translates to the Bank Mirzaki Iran. This version of the coin was made from 1980 to 1982. As I said, it was catalog 1237.1, but starting in the middle of 1982, they changed the name of the bank, and they spaced it out a little bit so that it would only go around one time. That does not have a different catalog number in your catalog, but it is a variation that I want to point out. That was made from 1982 to 1986. Then what does show up with a different version of in your catalog is whether or not the map is raised or in cuse on here. So that gives you 0.2 of the catalog in the catalog. That was made from 87 to 89, and then this coin was changed to a copper nickel coin from 89 to 91. I didn't have any of these versions until I got this coin, so I'm really happy to have it, even with the goo damage on the other side. Our next coin is going to be a country that was controlled by France. So on this side of the coin, it is going to say Republic of France, 1972, and the lady depicted here is Marianne, which is the human form personification of France that appears on a lot of other coins. This coin is going to be from New Caledonia, and it features a sailing boat on here on this 10 francs coin. Catalog number is KM11. We'll point out that this coin was minted for several decades, but before 1972, it was missing the IEOM on this side, so that is a variation to look out for. As we come back over to this side, it has a couple of Parisian privy marks. So the mark right here is a cornucopia that Paris used as a privy mark instead of a mint mark. And on this side, to the right of the F, is an owl, which is the mint master privy mark that was used at that time. This coin was minted until 2005. Next, we're going to look at a coin from Ireland. This side, it has the Gaelic Ire that appears on most coins from Ireland, plus the harp. And the year 1990, we've got a security edge on here. And then this is the 1 pound, or in Gaelic they would say punt. And so I always pick this up every time I find it, which is not that often, just because of the foreign exchange value it would have had before they moved to the euro. This features an Irish red deer, and these were made from 1990 until 2000 when they switched onto the euro. But in book value, this is worth $2.25, and a catalog number of KM27. This next coin, I believe, is the second time I've ever found it. This is going to be from Tunisia, and the only thing I can read on this side is the date of 1983. But this coin features President Habib Bourguiba. And then on this side, we see the large number 1, so this is a 1 dinar. Catalog number is KM304. This is an FAO coin, so encouraging people to produce more food. We have a lady here who is picking olives from an olive tree. Also shown on here is wheat on this side and a tractor behind her and a palm tree there in the background. This has a mintage of 4 million. Now we're going to move to Pakistan. On a coin dated 1982, it's going to feature the crescent moon and star on this side, some wheat across the bottom. On this side, we have a large number 1, so this is a 1 rupee coin. This one is catalog KM57.2, so this is the second version. The original version of this coin was slightly larger, and that was made from 1979 until 81. And then starting in 81, they made this one until 1991. In foreign exchange value, that coin is worth 0.4 cents in United States money. Now we're going to move to Hungary during World War II, during a time which started to see some hyperinflation. It's going to be dated 1941. We've got some symbolism here that we see in a lot of Hungarian coins. We have the shield with a crown on the very top. If you haven't seen it before, Hungary in their language is Magyar. This one is a 2 pengo. Catalog number on this one is 522.1. There is a really rare version of this coin where this version of the coin, there is a straight line for the bottom of the 2. There's also a wavy version, which is worth a lot more. I had this next coin from India, but this one is in particularly nice condition, I believe. This one is going to be a 5 nyapes from 1961. Below the date is a diamond, which was the mint mark for Bombay. Flip it over, and we see the Ashoka 3 lion pedestal on this side. So look closer, I wonder if there's a die crack right here. The edge, I didn't notice that earlier. This one is catalog KM number 16, and in this condition, it books for $2. Next, we have a modern coin from Peru. This one is dated 2012, and it is a 1 new sol. Catalog number is KM364, but this one is a 1-year commemorative circulating coin, which they've done a lot of that with their new sols, and even since they've dropped the new or nuevo from it when it's just been the 1 sol. So really like this coin and all of the coins from this design. This is maybe the 4th or 5th one that I have from this series, which is called the Wealth and Pride of Peru series. Specifically, this one is Temple del Sol, Temple of the Sun. It was an Incan temple, And I'll do my best on the next word there at the top. Vilcashuman. So neat design showing off some Peruvian culture. I really like that. Catalog KM364. That one books for $1.25. Next, we're going to Egypt. So this one is in, I would not be able to read Arabic anyway, but it has a lot of Arabic written on this one in a very stylish script on here. I think that's really neat. It's got the date in two different calendars. In our calendar, that is 1984, and on their calendar, that is 1404. This is a 20. Piastres written across the bottom. Catalog number is KM557. This coin also books for $1.25. There are some similar coins out there, but this one has just a design of a mosque with no other design on here. This is the Mosque of Muhammad Ali, which is located at the Citadel of Salah el-Din. This coin also books for $1.25. Next, we have our second coin from Pakistan. This one is going to be a 25 paisa. So we have 25 in our number system, but also have a 25 in their number system here in Arabic. And so it's got the upside down heart looking 5, which is more of the Persian script. On this side, we see it's 1963. It has the crescent moon and star, but also the Tafra symbol below it. So we see that on a lot of Pakistani coins. This one is catalog KM22. Next, we have a coin from Czechoslovakia. This is a 2 koruni. But it was from a time in Czechoslovakia's history where the Czech and Slovakia were about to split up, but for a short while they're in the process of splitting up, they had a common currency, and so they labeled the country as the Czechoslovak Federated Republic. And so you'll find some CSFR coins from about 91 to 93 on here. This one is catalog number KM148, but it's got something weird going on up here on the side. And I believe that's an error. I don't believe that would be easy to do, damaging a coin after it's been minted. So it seems like there was something wrong with the planchet here to make it flake or crack. So I find that interesting. I am not an expert on all of the different kinds of errors out there. I believe this is called a lamination error, but feel free to correct me if I'm wrong about that. This is a copper nickel coin, and sometimes this would be caused if the copper and the nickel inside the coin were not distributed evenly, and so that can sometimes cause coins to flake like that. So I find that one interesting. Hard to give a book value on something like this. If it weren't laminated error, it would be worth 60 cents. So finding the error is always gives it a level of being more interesting, I think. Next, we're moving to a coin from Cyprus, dated 1983. At one time, Cyprus currency, when they were independent from Britain, they used the mill system where there were 1,000 mils in a pound, but at this point they went to the cents where there's 100. And so a lot of the coins at this time look pretty similar to this one, but this one is a 10 cents coin. Catalog number is KM56.1. There are several different varieties I'm going to talk about on here, but this coin does feature a clay vase from the city of Feni with some flowers and a couple of singing birds on top of it. So I think that's interesting. So catalog number is KM56.1. Version 2 of the coin has to do with the way the number is written on here. So if you look at it, it just looks like the entire number 10 is raised off of the surface of the coin. In version 2 of this coin, the number itself is flat, is the same level as the background, and so it looks like there is a raised border that goes around the 10. It's kind of hard to describe. I guess it's kind of similar to the look of the flower right here, where there's two lines going around each petal. That's the way that the number 10 would look on here. There's also version 3 of this coin where the wreath that goes around the crest right here is thinner leaves on it. Our next coin is going to be from Italy. This is going to be early in the days of the Italian Republic. We have an aluminum 1 lira right here. This is catalog CAM 87. But this 1 lira design was only used for 5 years. It does have an R for Rome mint mark, and this features an orange tree, or at least one orange at the end of a branch. There aren't too many of these coins out there, so this one has pretty good value. In this condition, it's worth $3. But there are also a couple of key dates on here, the first few years it was made. There might be 9 million of this one, but in 1947, they only made 12,000 of them. So if you had this coin from 1947, it would have a book value of $500. Every time I find this 50 pence coin from Ireland, I pick it up just because it's also pretty rare. It's about the same shape and size as a British 50 pence, but features a bird on here called a woodcock. And a similar Irish design that we're pretty used to. Catalog number on this one is KM24. But I like to pick those up anytime I find them in a 25-cent bin, since it's worth $1. This next one, another Irish coin. The Irish have not made a lot of commemorative coins over the years. And so this one had been one that's been very elusive for me in my catalog as a commemorative 1988 50 pence piece. This one has the number 1000 at the bottom in Dublin. So this honors the Millennium of the city of Dublin, which I guess was founded in the year 988, and the Millennium would be 1988. And on this one's going to be a catalog number of KM26. This coin books for $2.50, and thankfully I can finally mark this one off in my catalog. On this coin, it does feature the Dublin coat of arms, and I went to research the symbolism on here, because on the shield we see there are 3 castles, and from what I found, at least according to the official Dublin website, is the shield, or the design here is so old that they actually don't know the meaning behind it. It's been lost to time. So we don't know if these are 3 different castles or if they are gates to get inside the city wall. Next, we have a coin from Uganda. I don't find these very often, but I thought I had this one, but I really had the 1 and the 5 from this series. But this one is the 2 shilling. It is a copper-plated steel coin. And of course, it has I guess the crane and the deer or antelope that's up to the shield there in the middle. It's a dodecagon, I believe, 12-sided coin. We flip over on this side, we've got the number 2 inside of a circle. And then around the circle, we have 4 different branches of what looks like 4 different kinds of trees. And then at the bottom, we have the date of 1987. And then above that date, there is a bag of nuts. This one is catalog CAM 28. And even though I don't see this very often, actually the first time I've ever found it, this coin only books for 35 cents. But in foreign exchange value, this is worth 0.06 cents in United States money. Our next coin is going to be from Honduras. This is a 10 or 10 centavos of a lempira. Their currency is the lempira. This coin is made out of copper nickel, but I usually find it made out of brass, or at least I once got a bulk lot off of eBay that had a whole bunch of these made out of brass. Catalog number on this one is KM 76.2. It's dated 1980. There are a lot of varieties over the years on here. So of course, if the catalog number ended in an A, then it would be the brass variety. But since this is 76.2, the 0.2 is all the dots that go around the edge. Version 1 of this coin is called the dentelated edge. So might be learning a new word today. Dentelated edge means that these little dots are actually touching the rim, so that it kind of looks like teeth that go all the way around it. Whereas on this one, the dots do not touch the edge. So that's kind of the difference in this coin. In future versions, there's also differences. We look very, very far into the center here. There's a lot of detail on this coin, and I'm glad to find it in such good condition. We close in, there is a temple on the middle here, and in some future versions of this coin, there are clouds in the empty space behind the temple. They're in the middle of that oval. So I believe that only appears on the brass versions in future dates, but you'll also see that on some of the smaller in size versions of their other denomination coins. So kind of harder to see on some of the smaller coins, but being a larger coin on this 10 centavos, I wanted to point that out. This next coin is going to be the oldest coin of the video, and it also is the most valuable, even though it is a lower denomination. This is a 1 ore from 1876. This is from Norway, and if you look at a couple of pickaxes between the numbers of the date, that down here, that is the Norwegian mint mark. This one is catalog KM 352. And so on this side, it features the Norwegian lion holding an, I guess that's an axe, which they call a halberd. And there's a crown above the shield. Over here, it took me a while to figure out what that letter is. I was wondering if that was an N, but it's actually an O. Then you have a smaller C and R with the 2 lines under it. So this is Oscar the Second. So that's the number 2 over here, Oscar the Second. And the Kraus catalog says that this is worth $10. It's the first year this coin was made, and I think it lasted till about 1902. But Numista says it's not worth $10, that it's going to be closer to $5. So that's what I wrote down as the value of this coin. But it is the most valuable coin in this video. There were mintage of 8 million of that coin. Our next coin is going to be from Lebanon. Where we have a cedar of Lebanon on this side, and a date of 1978 in our number system and the Arabic number system. We flip this one over. It is a 50 piastres, and it has the 50 piastres written in our alphabet and Arabic there at the top. This one is catalog KM 28.1. This one books for $1, and it's made out of nickel. Before that, at one time, it was made out of silver, but this was made from 1968 to 78. And then there was a redesigned 50 for the coin that was produced in 1980. Next, we're going to come to a coin that has a pretty strong currency, as we've got this 1 florin from Aruba. And so there, the florin is the name of their currency. This one is dated 2000. This coin has not undergone changes for a long time. It was made from 1986 to 2013, which matches the reign of Queen Beatrix, Queen of the Netherlands, and so it features her silhouette on here. And she was replaced by, I believe the next king was Willem Alexander. Catalog number is KM5. And this coin books for $1, but in foreign exchange value, today this is worth 55 cents in United States money. There's also some edge lettering on here that has the name of God on here. Ziumet Ans, which translate to God be with us. We're going to move back to another Arabic coin that has some probably tape damage, and since this is a copper nickel coin, you can kind of see there's some brown stains on here, but this is a coin from Saudi Arabia. This is one of the earlier coins from Saudi Arabia, where this little symbol of the 2 swords with the palm tree above it are a lot smaller. This is going to be a 2 Kirsch, sometimes spelled out as a Gersh. And so on their calendar, that is 1376. Our calendar is 1957. Catalog number is KM41. And even though the coin's in this condition, it still books for $1.50 because they are harder to find, especially in higher conditions. This does not even, the catalog doesn't even offer a value in brilliant uncirculated, so that must not exist. I will point out that the currency system was pre-decimal at that time, and so this is a 2 Gersh. At the time, 22 Gersh equaled 1 rial. So imagine working on that system. You'd need 11 of these to make 1 rial. Our next coin is another one from Norway. This one is a 1 krona from 1951. We've again have the lion holding that axe, the halberd, on it. We flip it over. We have the monogram with the number large H with the number 7 behind it. So this time it even gives the name of the monarch, Haakon. And this one is catalog KM397.1. And we're going back to the word that we just learned from the Honduras coin. This is the dentelated edge. So you can see that there's the little dots that go around the edge actually touch the rim on here. So it kind of looks like the teeth of a zipper, I would say. So for only this 1 year of 1951, these are called the thin dentelated version. But from 1953 to 1957 is version 2 of the coin, which is the thicker dentelated version. This is another coin that is almost impossible to find in higher grades. So if you found this in MS60 uncirculated, it would have a book value of $40. But in this condition, it is worth 75 cents. Our final coin of this video is one that was a country that was once ruled by Portugal. Coin is dated 1971. Looks pretty nice except for a little bit of staining there at the top. So that keeps this from being a flawless coin, but it still is a really good one, especially since I did not have this. We have this coin from Angola. It's a 20 escudos from 1971, KM80. And this is the largest denomination of a coin that the Portuguese made when they were controlling Portugal. So it was made out of silver from 1952 and 1955, but starting in this year was made out of nickel until Angola was free from the Portuguese. So we've now finished all the coins from this video, and we have a part 2 and 3 coming up, but I paid $19 for the coins from all of the videos. This is just 1/3 of it. And the total book value of all of these coins is going to be $33.80. So I'm thinking that we're doing pretty good. I had a successful visit, just like my previous time, to go to the coin store. So to see the other coins, that's going to be in our next video, and I'll catch you then. Bye.